What up? What's up, guys? How y'all doing? Well, I'm sitting here manifesting, just looking at the ocean. The ocean. The river. Jesus Christ. Looking at the river, just manifesting. I used to do this for quite a few years. Like, I'm not chilling with friends or I'm not doing anything particularly important, or if I'm not needed at the house, I just try to find ways to meditate. And meditate not in that stereotypical way. You fold both your legs up and start humming. I'm not talking about that type of, well, even though it's a form of meditation, and there's nothing wrong with it. Drinking my alkaline water. Doesn't matter. I eat chocolate, so I'm balanced. But for a while, I came here at first because of depression. I came here at first because I was trying to find new ways to how to handle it. I was trying to find new ways how to handle this dysfunctionality I come from. The schizophrenics and being bipolar and, family members, not family members, but family or friends or a situation or a background that involves drug habits, alcoholism or whatever, are constant arguments that we normalize as it ain't no big deal, which in my opinion kills the mental health of the black community. When you go with the I'm fine bullshit, because I still do that shit. I catch myself and try to practice not to say that shit and try to word it in a different way, if not do something about it. Because you internalize these things you need to fucking fix, and you can't fix everything with everybody. Some people are just flat out just fucked up. They naturally fucked up. They're gonna be like that for the rest of their life. Or you fucked up. But it's the people that want to grow and evolve and change and become a better person that changes the world in small ways, not big ways. Because I was just telling my friend in the chat, I said, I don't care if it's a paper. I don't care if it's you holding the door for somebody. At the end of the motherfucking day, as I eat, this is mad embarrassing. If I'm eating this motherfucking cookie, that woman, my bad, I was eating a little. Yo, fresh. That woman fine. But like I was saying, still be off guard and shit. At the end of the day, you're impacting the world in so many ways. You have no idea. Because you're never going to be perfect. You're always going to suck at being a dad, but you're going to be a great husband. Or you're going to be a great dad, but you're going to be a horrible husband. You're not going to satisfy everybody. I just want to put that out there. You're not going to satisfy everybody. I say everybody. Everybody. And you gotta really remind yourself of who you are. And right there, it will tell you where you belong most of the time. I had a friend of mine a while back because somebody did some scum shit, at least behind my back. It was funny we're going through, he did blah, 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 right? Which I don't go off of he would say, she say shit. I learned that in middle school. I was about to fight somebody I had no business trying to fight. I ain't gonna say no name. But I was wrong and I apologize, blah, blah. I'm mature in a lot of ways in that regard. But I told him, I said, I'm gonna let God handle that. And he started laughing. I'm like, okay, you laugh when you want. But he don't understand. He may understand. You might be like, okay, somebody who laughs doesn't mean they don't understand. I don't give a fuck what you believe in. At the end of the day, this is my life. I don't like to be around anybody that make me feel like I gotta explain myself. I don't like that shit. If you get me, you get me. If you don't, you don't. I ain't gonna fucking get all emotional and shit. I don't give a fuck. I ain't scared of shit. I'm not scared of shit. I'm scared of some things. I'm not gonna be scared to live my truth. You may be off a little bit. You might not even be your full self sometimes, whether it's pursuing a type of girl, a type of guy, a career, a job choice, presenting yourself with this type of like clothing attire because you conscious of what people think about you. And in my eyes, yo, I'm an old soul. But at the same time, I can adapt to an extent to some things in this society and to certain people's mindsets and to certain people's environments. But that's because psychology. I'm not a major in psychology, but they say psychology says that when you start to understand people from a psychological perspective more and more, you become more understanding. You know what I'm saying? Well, that I basically said the same thing. Basically, psychology helps you understand people a lot more better, and you become calmer. But you can understand anything and everyone in small degrees to big in any type of concept, not just psychology. I just want to preface that. The alkaline water's hitting. But going back to what I was saying earlier about meditation, I would just try to find answers. You know what I'm saying? What can I do? Can I fix something? Can I fix these things? And I realized, and this is where happiness comes in. And this is a sadness to it too. The sadness part. This is a sadness to it though. Is that you gotta let some things go. You gotta let some things go. If some things aren't meant to be fixed. Some things are just meant to be where it is, fucked up, and you can't do nothing about it. All you can motherfucking do is, I need my glasses. All you can do is basically introspect and internalize what you won't see. what you want to see. You have to internalize it. What do you want to see in yourself and society, blah, blah, blah. It's a certain type of passion that comes with that. Now, if you talk about something you're not passionate about, that's different. Like school, somebody might not even be that much in school and they graduate like 3 years late. But my whole thing is that if you're passionate about some shit, passionate about some things, passionate about things you feel, blah, blah, as long as you being truthful and factual, you will see a change. But let me tell you something. Everybody's delusional to somebody. I'm going to say that again. Everybody is delusional to somebody. Somebody. Everybody want me. Somebody is delusional to somebody. Why is everybody going back and forth in a way where it's like people are only supposed to get you? I personally don't believe in no toxic masculinity existing, because every yin has a yang. That's all I'm gonna say about that. And there's things in society, for an example, that I'm talking about the isms and the I don't know, these new vocabs and shit. And there's none against or toward anybody that supports these isms and these new vocabulary words. It's more about the source, because I question the source. I question how delusional some shit can be, or how delusional I can be sometimes, if I'm delusional. Like, if I don't agree with you, I immediately get canceled. Do you think in some way, shape, or form you're delusional? To me, you're delusional if you try to cancel me because you don't agree with an opinion that I have. because that contradicts, if not goes against everything you believe in. Freedom of speech. All men are created equal. It goes against everything you stand for and your father and your father's father. It's contradicting. Now, I'm not going to get into the semantics of, the isms and all that stuff. I'm just making a point about how when you're finding yourself and you're finding how you fit in society, and you decide where you fit in society, you become imbued, you become liberated in a different way. That's why I like to sit somewhere and meditate, or meditate. Crack joke. Well, you can't. I don't know if cracking jokes is a form of meditation, but cracking jokes gives me that stream of consciousness to relearn everything all over again. It's like to create some type of thought with humor takes some type of intelligence, right? So your brain is constantly working. You know what I'm saying? It's never off. And sometimes your brain can overwork itself, which you find some kids in school, I was one of them, that zone out and go like this. And they mistake that, when I was a kid, they mistake that as, not that you're stupid. It's more like, you have some type of disorder or some shit like that. When in reality, your mind is working 100 times faster, or not 100 times, something times faster than the average person. That's how my brain always was. And maybe it's because I'm bipolar, I don't know. But I noticed that about me for years, but I didn't even know if it was worth saying or talking about. But I had to find more outlets than just cracking jokes. I had to find outlets that was going to help me face issues, face pains, face struggles without the sense of humor. That I can deal with it in a serious manner. That I can deal with it in serious situations. So with that being said, there's millions of reasons why I could tell you why I sat down one day and just stared at the river and just thought about my aspirations, my goals. And a lot of it, I'll be honest with you, a lot of it sounded selfish. But the end goal wasn't. The end goal was always, how can I impact people in this way without making as much mistakes as I did before? Except on a global level. As a stand-up comedian. How can I do that? How can I do that? Is it impossible? Is it inevitable? How can I get to that point? How can I manage my depression? How can I manage my mood swings? All these questions. And then the answers are within the questions. It's hard to explain, but it's more self-explanatory. The answers are in the questions. And sometimes the answers are simple as shit. We do all this thinking for no fucking reason. But in reality, it is a fucking reason. There's a reason for everything. Like trying to deal with shit from a positive standpoint, as opposed to doing what you used to do, if not something new you want to do that's obviously going to end you up dead or in jail. And you're doing nothing but hurting yourself at the end of the day. I learned that from experience. A strong person uses adversity to their advantage. It's like a UFC fighter. It's like, come on, hit me. It's kind of like that. Except you're not looking like that, but inside you are. You're a fucking animal. You're a fucking beast. And not everybody has either developed or has that beast. Not everybody has that. So that's some shit in my opinion, I would keep silent about. Because the more people know about you, if not your strengths or weaknesses, the more they can use it against you. Art of War, Sun Tzu. Now let's go back to meditation. Now, You know how like in life you're doing things, but some things are similar than things you did before. Like say like you're trying to publish a book at 18, and your life is looking a certain way. Meaning some things outside of you is going on that you can't control, and some things you can, but ultimately you can only control yourself. Stuff is happening in the house, yada yada, and your emotional state is different compared to when you're 28. Your emotional state is different. Your mental state, everything is a lot more different. You see life from a little different. You know what I'm saying? It's so hard to explain until you live what I'm saying. And you like, I'm gonna publish my book, and then you wind up not publishing it. You might go, oh, that's just procrastination. No, it's deeper than that. Where's the procrastination coming from? Where? You might go, oh, some people are just lazy. No, because you wouldn't have gone out your way to even get all these papers to even start doing the fucking work. Nobody told you to become a self-published poet or a writer. Nobody told you to do shit. You said to everybody or to a couple people or even to yourself that, yo, I want to do this. Nobody asked you or even brought it up. You said that. Why didn't you do it? A lot of times it's depression. Like depression is something, it's like quicksand. It's like you trying to move. And you're moving. At least you think you're moving. You're haul-assing even. And then you still in the same dark place you were yesterday. That's depression. That's depression. That's relatable, unfortunately. Depression is trying to swim to the top, knowing you and you feel like you're never gonna get there. That's depression. Hopelessness. The other side